create platforms where children can communicate effectively with their parents. You know, okay, so don't mind the way I look, eh? It's in the morning. I just woke up. Yeah, and I'm sunbasking. Sometimes I do that as part of my routine. So yeah, I'm sunbasking. But then I thought of something and I said, well, let's have a chat about it. Let's talk about sexual education. How many of us feel if we started talking to our children about certain things pertaining to sex education, it would sexualize our children? And why do you think like that? Just, leave it in the comment section. But I, for one, and my opinion is sex education should be taught to our children. I think as soon as they get somewhere to the age of 5, they should begin hearing certain things, just to protect them from perpetrators. Because, a child at the age of 5, 6, 7, it's sad to actually hear to say the child was raped and whatnot. And, it's very sad. If we could talk to our children about certain things, certain advances that somebody that is sexually interested in them would tell them or say or do to them at an early age, I honestly feel would be able to combat most of the defilement cases and rape cases and everything else. And, some people say if we talk to our children about sex education when they're still young, they'll become curious and want to explore more. I actually feel they become more curious and want to explore more if they heard it from somebody else out there. Somebody else would tell them any other thing and they want to go and experience it. And moreover, in the time and era we are now living in, ads will pop up on the kids' phones because majority of the kids now have phones. An ad can pop up on their phone. They can read it from a post on Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, anything. The internet has become so vast that most of that information is actually not protected for children to see it. So I honestly feel if they actually saw it or heard it from somebody else, then they would be even more curious to, go and try it out, try and experiment it, and maybe even do it at the wrong places. So I feel like, at the time that a child is getting to somewhere the age of 10, 11, you just tell them, hey, look, in this world, there are condoms. You're getting sexually active, okay? You want to have it, please make sure you protect yourself, okay? Tell them, apart from condoms, there are contraceptives as well. But the contraceptives will not prevent you from getting an STI. They'll only prevent you from getting pregnant. But sometimes the contraceptives will also fail you. You fall pregnant. Okay, that's on a serious note. Yeah, that was on a lighter side of things. But yes, I think let's normalize talking to our children about the real life situations. Don't, when we're growing up, we just tell you, don't have sex, don't what. No, tell them, hey, look, sex is not bad, okay? It's not bad. Do it at the right time, with the right person, in the right place, in the right way. Tell them. Don't just tell them sex is bad. You tell them sex is bad. They want to go and really see if it's bad or not. It's a curious mind. But yeah, let's normalize sex education. It doesn't sexualize our children. It actually helps them get more alert and acquainted with life as well. Let's not be selfish. Let's talk to our children, our nieces, nephews, aunties. You've got a role to play. Uncles, please, let's not sexualize our children. Some of these defilement and rape cases are actually happening in our homes, and then under the nose of our parents, by close relatives and everything else, because we are scared to tell our children about sex education. Tell them, hey, if somebody touches you like this, it's inappropriate. And tell them A, B, C, D. Tell them how to defend themselves. Show them how to treat somebody that, makes sexual advances towards them. And let society become a better place to stay. It's a world where I would probably now say kids are no longer as vulnerable as they were in the olden days, but they are more exposed to danger now. So yeah, let's normalize sexual education. It doesn't sexualize our children. It will actually help them a whole lot. It will also help create platforms where children can communicate effectively with their parents. Let it be normal that a child would come and tell you what they want to go and do and with whom, so that you don't start trying to search for. If things went wrong, you know where to find your child. But all in all, let's normalize sexual education. It's not a taboo. Things are happening. Things are all over the internet. Whether you try to hide them from your child in your house, they will hear it from their friends. They will see it from the internet. But before it gets to that level, talk to your children. Let your children become comfortable with you, comfortable enough to tell you everything, like, on a silver platter, like, hey, mom, I feel like A, B, C, D. What can I do? Be there for your children. Emotionally support them. Okay? It'll just help you a whole lot than having a child that is going to be sneaky and you get depressed.